OrderBy and OrderByDescending. No matter if you're dealing with lists, arrays, or any other type of collections, the OrderBy and OrderByDescending methods will quickly become indispensable for organizing your data according to your preferred arrangement. In this video we will explore both methods, what do they mean and how to use them to rearrange data. Let's go. Both methods are to sort the elements of a sequence. The only difference between both is that OrderBy is to sort in ascending order, whereas OrderByDescending is to sort in descending order. Both methods have two overloads. In the first overload we have only one parameter, which is the key to sort the sequence. For example, if we want to sort a data table, we can use a specific column as key to sort the table. In other words, we sort the table using this column. For instance, sorting a table using the salary column. The second overload contains the key, and also a comparer to compare the keys. An example for comparer is the string comparer, to compare string values. Let's now see how does the syntax of each overload look like. The syntax of the first overload is as following. We set the sequence we want to use. After that we use one of both methods, depending on what we need, ascending or descending order. Inside the braces we use a lambda expression to set the key. So, these are the syntaxes of the first overload of both methods. Let's check the following example to understand it better. Suppose I have an integer array, which contains these numbers. I want to sort the numbers of this array in ascending order. Let's see how to write the query. First I will use the array variable, which is the sequence I want to sort. After that I will use the method OrderBy, because I want to sort in ascending order. Inside the braces I will use a lambda expression in this way, to sort the numbers. Here I used only the variable, what I defined inside the function. The variable here represents the numbers inside the array. And I want to sort the numbers, therefore I used it directly here. At the end I used toArray function, to convert the output to array type. This is the query to sort the numbers. The output will be as following. So, I have the smallest number at the beginning, and the largest number at the end of the array. I can use the same query to sort in descending order. I only have to change the method. The output of this query will be as following. Here I have the largest number at the beginning, and the smallest one at the end. This is how to use both methods to sort an array. Let's check another example for a data table. Suppose I have the following table, which contains these three columns. I want to sort the table in ascending order. The table should be sorted using the column age. The query will be as following. First I use the table variable with the function as enumerable and cast. In this way I am converting the rows of the table to enumerable row collection. This will be the sequence I want to sort. After that I use the method OrderBy, to sort the table in ascending order. Inside the braces I used a lambda expression to set the key. Let's understand what does this expression mean. The variable row here represents the rows of the table. Using the row variable with the column name means that I want to sort the table using the content of the column age. At the end I used copy to data table function, to convert the output to data table. In this way we can sort a data table. The output of this query will be the following table. It's sorted using the age column in ascending order. I have the smallest age in the first row, and the largest one in the last row. The same query can be used to sort in descending order. We only have to use the other method, OrderByDescending. The output will be the following table, which is sorted in descending order. Let's check another example of using the second overload of both methods. Suppose I have the following string array, which contains different names. Some of these names appear more than once, but they are written in another way. I want to sort the names of this array in ascending order using a string comparer. For example, the following query. As you see, I used the same way to write the query, but here I only added a comparer after the lambda expression. This query uses the current culture ignore case comparer, which performs a case-insensitive comparison based on the current culture settings. It takes into account the culture-specific rules for comparing strings. As a result, the sorted array would be as following. Let's check another comparer, for example this query with ordinal comparer. This comparer performs a binary comparison of strings based on their Unicode code points. The sorted array would be as following. As you see, the result of both queries is different depending on the comparer we are using. These are string comparers, but there are also many different comparers what we can use with OrderBy methods. This was everything you have to learn about both methods, OrderBy and OrderBy descending.